everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Seahawks going up against the Jets. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium as we welcome in our guys, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And out of the last 86 teams to start 0-3, none of them have made the play.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback. First carry for Jonathan Stewart. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Newly re-signed Mark Barron, the Rams' leading tackler in St. Louis last year, in on the stop. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Gun. They'll look to throw. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
It gets it over the middle to Cobb. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now Stewart on 1st down. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Muhammad Wilkerson is one of the most versatile defensive linemen in the league. You can play him at any spot and expect big-time production.
second down following the run. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Gets it to Strong. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. On second down, they run with Stewart. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So an even first quarter on the scoreboard, but the threat of points on the horizon. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they've got it here with a first down. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
4 down. Here we go.
So 3rd and goal, Stewart. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
4 yards remaining now on second down.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got time. He hits Stewart in the flat. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He'll look to throw. And Fasano here brings it in. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now Stewart, and he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. They'll look to throw here. A dump off here to Stewart. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply. And
no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Offense. A penalty is declined.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wheaton with a catch right side. It's a loss of 2, now third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And quickly, they get to the line. Taylor will throw. Going underneath to Blunt. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Taylor will throw again. And he rips that one incomplete there. LeGarrette Blunt was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. They come up in an offset eye. 3rd and 2, now Taylor. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Surveying the field. Completes it to Lee. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah. Coming back to the football.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go.
Throwing again, it's Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And it's third down.
Every time I see a hitch pattern dropped, I go back to the combine because there's a drill they use all the time that's called the gauntlet drill. The receiver catches the ball and just works his way straight down the line and catches it from different sides. And the problem with that drill is that you don't actually have to secure the catch. You just kind of catch it, drop it immediately, and keep moving. And sometimes that shows up on plays like this. Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
To throw again is Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Scobie's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
We got four. We got four. Action now, Barney.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Jets have an edge in time of possession right now. The Seahawks look like they'll be in this game for 4 quarters. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Jets opening up on offense. The pass will be completed along the sideline, and it's going to end up going for a gain of 17. But they end up coming away with just 3 on the drive. Third down from the 18. Vereen's going to catch the screen pass, and it's going to end up going for a gain of 12. Unfortunately, they would have to settle for just a field goal. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon in charge. Brandon.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to Matt.
Taylor hit. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, first and goal. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Here we go now. Boom, now.
He'll look to throw. Finding time. A dump off here to Stewart. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And Zerline's kick is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field to start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Jacob Shum now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And taken right on the 30. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Jets take possession. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now a handoff. This is Stewart. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. This is Stewart again. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The Pro Bowler Muhammad Wilkerson brings him down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that load in the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
We focus our attention now on the Jets defense. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3 and outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here, see if they can force another 3 and out. They'll get 16 yards there, and the Seahawks are going to have a first down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Taylor going to throw right side here, complete. 11 yards for number 11. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Now Taylor on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's Taylor. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And the play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On first down, it's Taylor. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And now it's second down. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Second and 10, it's Taylor again. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. On first and 10, it's Taylor. And complete on the right side to Bennett. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Certainly not the numbers that he was hoping for. Rough last week, rough again here.
And I've got to tell you, I'm surprised because I'm used to guys bouncing back from tough performances, but right now it appears he's in a little bit of a rut. So whoever the guy is on the team that he trusts the most, whether it's the coordinator, the quarterback's coach, one of his friends.
Pep talk.
Yeah, it's pep talk time. It's time to get into his head a little bit and try and see if he can get him straightened out.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Let's go!
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And that one? It's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9.
Here we go now.
Now a 10th carry for Jonathan Stewart. So we got 3 and 1, and now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Eight yards still remaining here on 3rd down. Stewart is the lone setback. He'll get the football here across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw. Caught by Sanu. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And at 50 seconds left, he'll spike it to stop the clock. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. He's back to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the evidence shows last week's game, it's really leaked into a 2nd game now, Charles. What do you think of this?
And it's a surprise, isn't it? Because when we spent time watching them practice, talking with the coaches, they felt like a bounce back was going to happen this week. They were very confident in the game plan, thought the defenses they would see would present great opportunities for big-time runs. We're not getting that so far. I don't know if it's the game plan or if they're just being overwhelmed by the defense they're facing.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.